Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a year. It's been a little over a year actually. So today's video, this is my fourth time recording it, and someone commented and asked, what's the life update? Like, we're so confused because you're posting TikToks, which were very old by the way, but I just wanted to give y'all something, I guess. I struggle recording this video because the first time I feel like I just kind of said too much. The second time I feel like I was trying to be overly positive because I didn't want to come on here and be negative. And then the third time I feel like I was missing something. So I feel a lot better now. This is my fourth time recording and I'm kind of getting used to that feeling of recording and stuff. So we're going to talk about all the tea. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. This video, I hope it's not gonna be too long, but I know y'all don't care. Y'all just, you know, y'all like the tea. I am gonna kind of go from the beginning just in case there's anyone new here, so y'all can kind of know the backstory of how life as Kiki was formed. So 2022, I was on a sabbatical. June of 2022, I quit my job and I was having a blast. But then you start going through this phase of feeling like you don't have a purpose in this world. I talked about that before in one of my older videos. I was feeling like, what is next for me? What's gonna be the next thing that I do? I can't just sit here and eat food all the time. I should have. Because what I ended up doing was trusting someone to start a business. So he was doing Turo/private car rentals and he acted so genuine, you know, I make this amount of money and I want you to make money, generational wealth, da 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 da. And I fell for it, right? Immediately, maybe like 2 months later, 3 months later, he just completely stopped paying me. I had to dip into my sabbatical savings to pay the car notes on the cars that he was still renting out but wasn't paying me. And every time it was an excuse. Oh, my bank froze my account, and oh, you know. So after a while, I told him I need all my cars back. After I stopped working with him, I found out that so many people had a negative experience with him. He was stealing people's cars or getting them set up to be stolen for insurance fraud. Just a real crooked person. His friend, we're gonna call him John. So his friend John was the one who kind of revealed everything to me, started telling me, hey, this person is renting out your cars and stealing your money, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, John is so real. Look at how real he is. He's telling me the truth. He's got my back. Start working with him. And he was helping me in the beginning, but then he also started stealing money. Now, here's the kicker. He would use the business credit cards that I gave him for emergencies, like, oh, a tire pops, because I had my cars in 2 different places. I was renting here and then I was renting in Augusta. So I gave him my business credit card, so if he ever needed to fill up, because I like to fill up the cars before they go out, things like that, just use the cards because I could write that off on my taxes. He started using the cards for personal use and put me in a lot of debt. It was also guys that were friends with John who were helping me with my business that were also very crooked. They acted like they genuinely wanted to help me. I thought they felt bad for me because of the way the other guy did me, but the whole time they were like, oh, she's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, she's stupid, she's green, we can get over on her. And that's exactly what they did. So I got involved in a world of people who were nothing like me, right? Nothing like me, no morals, just not good people. And when I started to see that I could trust no one, I closed the business. Because here's where I went wrong though. I was very reliant on other people because I just didn't feel that I could do it by myself, but I put myself in a position where I couldn't do it by myself. I had 15 cars. You know, I was just so excited and getting approved for everything that I wanted, and I just took it way too far. Lesson learned. Started losing cars every freaking month, getting crash. I couldn't sleep. I told y'all before, I had a bald spot in the middle of my freaking head. I lost a lot of weight. When I tell you I was miserable, I couldn't even be a mom to my son. I was so grateful that I lived with my sister and my mom was around during that time, because I don't know what I would have done without them. I couldn't even function. I felt like I ruined my life. Because in a way, I did ruin my life the way that I knew it, right? I think I needed that though, and I'm gonna tell you why later. But ended up quitting the business. I called the banks one day. I said, y'all can go ahead and pick up all the cars. I don't even care about my credit score anymore. I don't care about any of this. I just want to be done. I hate the people that I'm around from this business more than my credit score being a 400. And it did go to a 400, by the way. Yes, a 455. But in order for me to heal, because I wasn't healing, when I just was kind of in the place of woe is me, I can't believe everybody did me like that, it just kept me in this place of feeling like the world was evil and I hated everyone. But once I was able to say, you know what, there were a lot of red flags that you ignored, Kiki, just to have a business. When you get in survival mode, you get desperate. And I started seeing some red flags and I would be like, no, maybe I'm tripping, maybe. But when I tell you God was giving me signs right before things would happen, I will take accountability and say that I just wanted to ignore a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with that. And that allows me to say, here are things that I'm gonna work on moving forward, instead of feeling like the world did me dirty, right? I also recognized that there were lessons I needed from that business in order to be the person that I am today. There were things that I had to unlearn. And also, I feel that God made me go through these things because he knows that I truly don't care what people say about me, and that I would share this and that I might help someone, right? Because I really don't care what people say about me. I love that about me. I have the platform where I can share my experiences and someone could take something from that, and that's just such a blessing to me. So, and I'm not trying to be super positive because there were a lot of things that went wrong. When I tell you I went through my thunderstorm season, it felt like it rained every day. I don't remember the sun being out once, and I know it was, but that's where I was mentally. Fast forward, score drops to a 455. They pick up the cars and I filed for bankruptcy. When I filed for bankruptcy, they told me that my house had too much equity and that I would have to file something called Chapter 13, which is where you make payments on your bankruptcy. I had no money. I lost everything. I was broke. I was down to my last. And so I couldn't afford the payments, which were gonna be almost $1,000 a month. My bankruptcy attorney and I came up with a strategy, and we decided, you know what, we're gonna wait. If you're not getting sued, there's no rush. Why are we rushing this process? Just wait. And thank God I did, because I ended up getting 6 lawsuits from the accidents that happened in my cars. So let me tell you how that works. If you put your cars in your personal name and you rent them out and someone commits a crime in your car, you may, depending on where you live, be held liable. And what happened to me is the guys who went on high-speed chases and stuff in my cars, they got away. And so they were like, hey, here's the $11,000 bill for this accident. It was one guy who went on a high-speed chase with my Scat Pack, hit a city bus, hit 2 other cars, and all of those people sued me. More than anything, I'm just glad that no one was hurt, because I always was scared. I said, if someone unalive someone in my cars, that would just destroy me forever. I would never let that go. You know what I mean? So I didn't care that the cars were scratched. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna file bankruptcy, but couldn't file. So fast forward, after that, I decided to sell my house. Now, I talked about this, and I'm gonna do a whole separate video about that process. I filed bankruptcy in February, canceled it in April, and I listed my house in May. So the first time I listed the house, I worked with the agent who actually helped me buy the house, right? And it's nothing against her, because I didn't even really tell her, but the communication was off. And I don't think it had anything to do with her personally. I think it was just the universe trying to tell me something. But we went under contract the day the house was listed, literally, for over asking. And the guy backed out after the inspection. Now keep in mind, I disclose every little thing that ever happened to the house. I don't care how small, because y'all not going to sue me. I got enough lawsuits, right? So I disclosed everything. He read that, but then they backed out. So I asked why. They said that it was something going on with the side of my house. Called 2 contractors to come out. They said that nothing was wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I feel that they saw something else on that inspection that was really bad to where they said, yeah, we're not moving forward. I just feel like maybe they didn't want to disclose what they saw. But either way, I took the listing down. I just said something's up, and something in my gut was just telling me this is not it. Then I tried to sell it to one of those We Buy Houses type companies. That was a fail. I said, let me just stop. Let me just stop for a minute, figure my life out. As I was doing that, something in my gut told me to go ahead and study and get my real estate license. The day that I was supposed to take my exam, Hurricane Helene comes, my house is flooded. The basement filled with water. Now I can't sell the house, right? So I not only didn't have the money to make the repairs for whatever issue was happening, but also I don't want to get sued, right? We got enough lawsuits. Okay, 6 is a lot. 6 is a big number. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call one of those iBuyers and sell it to them, because the last thing I want is for somebody to buy a crappy house, right? Because I've been seeing a lot of Reddit stories. I love Reddit. But on Reddit, you could read all those stories about, I just bought a house and this happened and this happened. That sucks. Especially because people are already overpaying for these houses. The last thing they need is a big issue that will cost them thousands of dollars. Ended up going with the iBuyer. No regrets. Easy closing. Closed when I felt like it because it was cash, and I moved on with my life. Now, everything has a price. Okay, it was so easy, but what was the catch? I didn't make really a lot of money. Hold on. But I knew I could spend a lot of the money that I made and file bankruptcy, because at this point, guess how much my debt was? $1 million. I'm not making that up. Girl, what? It was $1 million. Between the 15 cars, my credit card debt from trying to save the business, still trying to run it, the lawsuits, and then collection companies getting the loan amounts. So for example, like one of my cars was $36,000. They sold that debt to a collection company who also was demanding $36,000. So it was a lot of duplicate bills, but yeah, it was $1 million. At that point I said, y'all ain't getting y'all money, so let me file bankruptcy. And that's what I'm doing now, is filing bankruptcy. I'm so happy about that. I feel like it's my fresh start. No regrets. And I know there's still bankruptcy haters, but I'm gonna talk to y'all in the other video. I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm just not in the mood. I'm feeling good. I had a Modelo, some tacos. I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna talk to y'all next time. Boom. Sold my house and I'm homeless, living with my mama. Applied for my first apartment with my 455 credit score, denied, obviously. Then I went to church with my auntie and my mom one day, and I was looking for a sign. I get in the car to go charge my Tesla that they didn't repo. I still got it. But anyway, I went to charge my car and I literally yelled out, God, give me something. I swear to you, the apartment of my dreams that I didn't apply to because I knew I would get denied, because it was way nicer than the apartment that I got denied for. And they called me and said, hey, you know, did you still want to apply? We're doing 2 months free, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, my credit score is a 455. I'm not going to get it, but thank you. The lease agent was like, well, we don't care about credit score. We more look at if you could do an extra deposit if necessary, blah, blah, blah. So I said, you know what? I'm going to apply. I applied for the apartment, got denied. Yeah. At this point, I said, obviously, it's just not time. And by then, my faith was something serious. Okay, my faith was something serious. So I said, you know what, whatever. I know that when it's time, everything's gonna work out. So one day I got an email from the same luxury apartment that I loved, and they were doing an event. It was something like brunch and mimosas, whatever. So I told my sister and my mom about it just so we could have something to do. We ended up going out. The lady shows us an apartment and she says, this is technically a 1-bedroom apartment, but it had an office that looked like a bedroom. And it was $700 cheaper than the apartment that I applied for. So guess what I did? Applied. And I got it. And I'm here now. And I love my apartment so much. I'm in this beautiful apartment. Did I have to pay a big deposit? Yes. Did I care? No, because I'm filing bankruptcy. You can't have that much in your savings anyway. Cool. I'm so grateful beyond words. I can't wait to show y'all because I'll be moving in a couple months. I'll tell y'all about that later. I got a job. Not even a job. I got a career. I sell houses, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'll tell y'all more when it's time, but I haven't sold anything yet. I just started. I just got out of training, but I literally have a career, a grown-up job. I feel like I'm getting the hang of things. I think I'm close to getting my first sale, so I'm excited about that. I prioritize what's more important. I prioritize my relationship with God, and I'm just so happy. And I'm not trying to go all Christian on y'all, but I just have to be real. Like, all of my content won't be like this, but when I did my life update, I had to credit all that God has done for me, because there was a time where I didn't think that I could get through this. It was a very traumatic time. That's why I actually stopped posting. I think people thought that I just needed a break, which it was partially that. I just wasn't ready for, I can't filter out to just the people I love, like my audience and my supporters. I can't just say, don't let anybody else see this video but y'all, you know? My exes get to see, people that I don't like, my old customers. I didn't want to share anything, and it just, something about that, I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying, but something about sharing my life and people getting updates on me, I just didn't like. Now I'm okay with it because I feel like I have a positive update, to be honest. I think that if I was still going through it, y'all wouldn't hear from me still. I would still be off the internet. But life is looking okay now. I'm actually very much at peace. This is the most at peace I've ever been in my life, and I'm so glad to be back on the internet. I can't wait to tell y'all more. There's so many things going on and so much stuff I want to share, but I will tell y'all, my content is going to be about everything. I'm not going to just talk about finance and credit. I'm still going to keep y'all posted on my bankruptcy updates, because I feel like someone might want to see that. But I'm going to talk about everything. I don't just have experience when it comes to the finance business stuff. I also have a lot of experience when it comes to relationships, friendships. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things, okay? So be prepared. If you want to see that, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And also too, if you made it to the end of this video, please let me know how you've been. You know, I feel like I've also built a relationship with you as well. So did y'all take a sabbatical? Did y'all start a business? Are y'all in the rental car business? Some of y'all are. Did y'all get out? Because a lot of y'all were sending me messages saying that y'all ready to get out of the business. So let me know. Give me the update. And I will see you all in the next video.